We were on Quantum of the Seas in September 2024 on a round trip from Seattle to Alaska, and this is a quick look around the ship and a tour of a balcony cabin. Welcome to Deck 5 of Quantum of the Seas, and we're at the front of the ship heading to the back, or to the aft, and behind me is the main theatre, and we've just went past the photo gallery, a bar and two specialty dining restaurants, which are Chops Grill and Izumi. We're now heading to the Bionic Bar, where you use a tablet computer to order a drink, which is then prepared by a robot bartender. These robots still take a gratuity if you're not on a drinks package, so don't think you can avoid tips by ordering from the robots. They must be saving up to go on a shore excursion. Opposite the Bionic Bar is Wonderland, a specialty dining restaurant, which is your theatrical dining experience in this ship, where the look and presentation of the food is probably more important than the taste. And we're speaking of shore excursions, and here's the desk, which is right next to the Bionic Bar. Never had to go here, our excursion trips are always booked on the app way before the trip. It's good to know there is a place if you want to talk to somebody and find out more information about excursions. Taking a quick look at some lovely art pieces as we get to midship, and my nemesis, the elevators. I'm looking forward to going on some more ships to see if the elevators are a bit smarter, because it felt like you're waiting ages for elevators that didn't seem to be moving in this ship. Now it's a bit light at this side of the ship, with a magnificent centrepiece, but if you prefer things to be very, very dark, you can pop into Vintages for a drink. Helpful if you're hiding from anyone. Also in this area is Jamie's Italian. This is a specialty restaurant, and if you don't know, a specialty restaurant on a cruise ship is one that has an extra fee, so every night you can eat in the main dining room, and that's part of your cruise package. But if you want to pay extra money for a dining experience, there's 4 or 5 restaurants, usually per ship. The restaurant chain went bust in the UK, but you can still check it out in this ship. Across from the restaurant you can buy jewellery, or you can book your next cruise at the desk. We're now coming to the back or the aft of the ship, and the 270 Cafe and 270 Bar Theatre. It's evening, so the cafe is closed, but we can still check my least favourite area on the ship, and that is the art for sale. None of these pieces are really my kind of thing. The 270 Theatre, which has magnificent robotic powered screens, is showing Barbie at the moment, so we'll have a peek in and head to deck 4. At night time this does spectacular shows, it's well worth coming to 270 to check those out. Now here's an art piece I like, but unfortunately it's not for sale. Unfortunately I don't think it would fit in my home. I could probably live inside it. We're going back to the elevator section, and from this direction we can see this amazing display of butterflies. Now we can easily find the stairs to deck 4 as they're marked with this display. These shop displays are closed for the evening. On the right is Bolero's Bar and Lounge. The bar staff are really great here on our trip. And heading past the elevators here take you to the main dining rooms. So those, as I said earlier, are included as part of your cruise package. No extra fees to eat there. Now a little look around and we have guest services that we didn't need to use in this trip. And we go past the Royal Caribbean merch shop towards Sorrento that serves pizza all day and all night to around 2 or 3 AM. And this is complimentary as well, and you can have as many slices of pizzas as you want. We'll head past the English pub, which is usually incredibly busy if you depart from Southampton. It was a bit quieter on this Alaskan cruise, and a range of luxury shops selling jewellery, perfumes, watches. Let's head outside for a breath of fresh air. We're on deck 15 and going round the running track, checking out the bars and pools. Below this deck are the indoor pools, the Windjammer buffet, and the solarium, which is an 18 or over heated pool area with its own buffet that focuses on healthier options. Both these buffets are complimentary and included in your cruise package. With it being an Alaskan cruise, in the evening in September, you could have the outside to yourself. There's no fighting over seating out here. Hard to believe there are thousands of people on board when you have all this to yourself. Above you can see parts of the sport and activities area. This space has bumper cars, basketball, arcade games, roller skating, and most importantly, hot dogs till around 5 PM. These are also complimentary and part of your cruise package. This is also home to the Flow Rider Surf experience, where you can try out surfing in the safety of the ship. You can also go on the iFly to have a skydiving experience, or take on the climbing wall. So there's lots of interesting ways to be active in this part of the ship. It was closed on our cruise, but this area is also home to the North Star observation pod that lifts you into the air for a 360-degree view of your port. We were on a sister ship, Anthem of the Seas, and the North Star was active, so here's a couple of photos showing what it's like at the top. Now it's a bit hard to see in the night, but we also have this giant pink polar bear, which is something fun to try and spot when you're on an excursion at a port. Here's how he looks in the daytime. We'll take a quick look at the outdoor bars and pools before heading to the liminal corridors to our balcony cabin. Depending where your cabin is in the ship, these corridors can feel never-ending. The sofa inside here can be made into a bed. There's some nice art on the walls and 2 good sized wardrobes. Plenty of drawers, there's a fantastic amount of storage, and even if you're on a 2-3 week cruise, I think you've got plenty of room for all your stuff. Your suitcases fit nicely under the bed instead of taking up space in the room. The majority of the walls are magnetic, so you can stick little hooks up, which is very handy. Really big TV, and some fantastic big plump pillows. These in the bed were very comfortable. There's plenty of storage above the bed as well. And then we go out onto the balcony and I can check out the magnificent views. Well, it'd be easy to stay out here all day. We need to check out the bathroom, so let's head back inside. It's a good sized shower with proper shower door instead of a shower curtain. And you can really maximise the space in the bathroom with one of these over the door storage hangers. It also has the added advantage of your products won't fall over if the ship's a bit rocky. Now you may wonder if the balcony cabins are worth the price increase of an inside room, and I would say yes, as we got to experience whales passing by the ship from the comfort of our room, and it's really nice experience bringing some food or drink back to the room, especially if the buffet is heaving with people, and you can just chow out in your own space with gorgeous views and the fresh air. It was really relaxing being able to chow out in the bed with the door open, feeling the breeze and listening to the sea. I was also brave a couple of times and attached my camera using magnets to film some time lapses. So that was a brief look around the Quantum of the Seas and our cabin during our Alaskan cruise in September 2024. If you've got any questions, leave a comment and I'll try my best to answer them. And if you're heading out soon in Quantum of the Seas, I hope you have a fantastic trip.